Welcome to the Fermented Homestead. If you're new here, my name's Anna, and on this channel I'm sharing our journey of learning how to turn our home into a homestead. Today is day 10, I think it's day 10 of the Every Bit Counts challenge, and we're going to start off the day by continuing a homestead project that I have going on here. I've been working on building this hoop coop for my meat birds. After they go into the freezer, we're gonna take off what we're putting on today and we're gonna replace it with plastic and turn this bad boy into a greenhouse. I'm so excited. We're gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna get started. One of the things that I wanna do on the back end there, I want to put up a, I have a short cattle panel that I wanna use. It should be 7 to 8 feet long. Hopefully it's, oh, the cat just startled me. Hopefully it's long enough to run along the back of that thing, and that can give us a little bit more rigidity on the back of here in order to just to give further protection, because I don't want to wrap the whole back in just in chicken wire. I feel like I want something that has a little bit more structure to it if possible. So let's do things. We got this 8-foot cattle panel secured. I put it on the back. It was bowed kind of wonky, and then I just secured it with these pipe straps, and it comes up to here. I decided to put it on the floor, whereas I intended to prop it up on here, but I don't want to cut it down, and I want to make sure I leave enough room for a window. So that's why I ended up doing it like that. The camera cut out, so I'm not sure exactly where we stopped with this one, but over here I have these boards cut that go vertically from here with a little bit of wiggle room. There's maybe less than 1/4 of an inch of gap space here. I've discovered that there does need to be a gap in the other ones that I built, and so I got these two cut, laid them down with the hinge that I'm going to be using, put it up here, measured it, and minus about 1/8 of an inch, and I put it on here. So, and I measured that one based on this one, just to make sure they're exact. You can't see me. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna go ahead and in these pieces here, I'm sort of going off of a design that I saw when Sow the Land was building Justin Rose's greenhouse, and but I'm just not gonna do the partition. We're gonna go ahead and just put 2 Craig's jig on either side of these short crossboards. I feel like I need to take this into the garage so I can make this on a flat surface to make sure that it's not cattywampus. This is not gonna be like a super tutorial part of this. I'm trying to do what the video showed he was doing. First thing, we're gonna measure to make sure the corners are even. Yep, we're good. Now, let's go ahead and just screw these bits in here. There's so many bees in here. I gotta go. Let's see if this guy fits. It just really sucks. It's terrible. How did this get so bad? Like, it kind of fits, but it's just super wonky. Man. It's really bad. It's super crooked. Maybe these boards aren't straight. If I put it on the inside, it fits. Like, most of the pieces fit, but it's like super crooked. Like this is the only part that is not fitting, but like, see if I put it down flush, you see how far off it is on this side, and then how far over it goes on this side. Like it's cattywampus. I don't know why. Like I screwed it straight. I measured it ahead of time. So I'm not sure how to get it on there correctly. I don't know why it's not correct. Like I can cut it shorter, but like I don't know how to make it not be cattywampus. Maybe I just leave the bottom attached and then try and finagle the top. Okay, so I'm gonna try just cutting the top boards and just trying to kind of shift around like the screws and stuff to see if I can get it to seat in there correctly. I think that plan might work. Let's chop these tops off about 1/4 inch. So kind of my plan for this is just to sort of put the hinges on. I need to go and look up how to actually properly hang hinges so that it's not all weird and cattywampus. But I think I'm just gonna get it up there, and then I'm gonna like unscrew pieces I need to, or like cut pieces and just kind of shimmy them in the right place. The only thing that I can figure, because I know I did this straight on, I measured it, you know, the cuts are straight. I used my square. I don't have a chop saw, so that sucks. One of these days I'm gonna have to get a chop saw and a table saw, but I did the best I can with the tools that I do have, and I feel like they're straight. So the only thing that I can think is that maybe the boards are crooked, or maybe I cut them crooked. I don't know. But either way, we're gonna make it work, and we're gonna get it to fit in there properly by the end of the day. That's my goal. I'm determined. I want to get this thing in there seated properly. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this, but by golly, by the end of the day, we're gonna have a functioning door on here. I think I got it. Okay, now we just need to, so all I did, I took this top piece down, I cut it down by maybe 1/8 of an inch on either side, and then I realized that this top piece, when I trimmed it down wonky, so that was, I straightened that out. So it seems to be working. Now if we can get the hinges on, that'd be even better. How am I gonna do this? Okay, so let's go this way. This is frustrating. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. The battery literally died right when I fixed it. Okay, so you missed my initial reaction, but I'll redo it. Ha! Got it. That was kind of the gist of it. So fingers crossed. I'm proud of myself. That was tough. And I think I have some smaller pieces of cattle panel that I can put on this door to reinforce it a little bit. Let me look around. Grab my zip ties, huh? Okay. All right, so we got everything pretty well. Hello. Do you think you'd be able to bend these in? With a pair of pliers or something? Oh. Yeah. Exactly. He doesn't even need pliers.
Yeah?
Yeah, just like that on all of them. It's 4 o'clock. I need to go inside, eat, drink, be merry, all of the things. So, yeah, I'll see you later for some food preservation after I get all this stuff put in the cart and put in the garage. Okay. All right, so our timer has gone off and we're ready to check on these. And you can see, let me find a good example. You can see it's definitely not dehydrated. Like you can feel it. It's still, it feels drier, but I don't know, it almost feels like you just left it out on the counter at this point. Some parts are much drier than others, but almost none of it is completely like ready to pull. I'm gonna set this for another 4 hours and we'll see you then. Let me see, I originally set this for 5 hours, then I did another 2 hours, and then another 1 hour. And I think they're finally done. They were almost done with the last one, but can you hear that? Okay, so I'm gonna show you what to do next. So then all you do is, at least if you have the Excalibur like I do, you can just take these little sheets off, dump them in a bowl, kind of go back and forth, just get it to come off the sheet, however you want. So here is definitely where you would want to add in a dry pack, silica gel pack, whatever, the one moisture absorber. And so you're going to want to put that in here and cover it with, you can use a spent canning lid. You don't need to use a new canning lid, and just keep it on there. And this stuff will go through fairly quickly, so I'm not super concerned about it. For today's Every Bit Counts challenge thing, we're going to try dehydrating some ground beef. I have it thawing on the counter over there. I'm just going to do 3 pounds. It's not going to be some big project. It's more of a test. I want to see how this kind of thing works. So once that thaws, I'll bring you back and we'll start the process. It's super late. It's almost 10 o'clock and we're finally ready to go ahead and get started on the ground beef. I waited a little bit longer to start on this because I was watching Cassandra's video from Becoming a Farm Girl, and she was saying that it only takes about 6 to 8 hours to actually dehydrate this stuff. So if you guys want to watch her video, I will link it down below, but make sure you check out her channel. She has an amazing channel. She has all kinds of amazing things, high energy, delicious recipes. So make sure you check out her channel. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start off just by cooking our 3 pounds of ground beef. So this is all cooked. So now we're gonna just take our beef and transfer it to a colander over whatever. And this is where I'm kind of gonna deviate. I'm gonna save the drippings from here because it's so much flavor. Free tallow. I mean, have you guys ever priced out tallow in the stores? I definitely could use a larger colander. Whatever. Let this drip for just a minute. Now we're gonna dump it into the colander over the sink and get some extra fat out. And since I've drained off most of the fat, I'm not super concerned about running this with hot water to help break it down even further, to get even more fat out. Kind of just until it runs clear, I think. So now we're gonna go ahead and clean the pot that we use to cook the beef in. Now we're just gonna boil this for a little bit. All right, so real quick, I'm gonna show you part 1 of saving the beef drippings. And basically what I do is I just pour it into a container of some that kind of fits it. Something that you can easily pull it out of. Because we're gonna toss this into the fridge. Tomorrow I'll show you guys how you can take it to the next level and actually save this for usable cooking fat. Let it boil for a few minutes. I have an Excalibur dehydrator, but I don't have the sheets. I don't have the jelly roll sheets that go with it. So I just use the old ones that came with my my old Presto, or Nesco, pardon me, my old Nesco dehydrator. We're gonna go ahead and just portion it out on here. So you wanna make sure it's in a kind of thin layer. You don't wanna pile it up super crazy high. There we go. We have 3 trays in here. And we're gonna go ahead and turn this up. She says 160. All right, we'll go with 7 hours. We're gonna hit start. I'm super excited to be taking part in the Every Bit Counts challenges. Really made me kind of think outside the box. Like, what do I have that I can make last longer than it would in its original form? And I'm really enjoying it. If you guys are new around here, we just moved to our 30-acre homestead in southern Missouri, and I'm sharing with you all the things that we're doing to build our home into a homestead, as well as a lot of videos, especially this month, in the kitchen, doing canning, freezing, dehydrating, fermenting, as well as showing you guys videos on how you can use that preserved food in your everyday cooking. If that sounds awesome to you, make sure you hit this button right here. This is the subscribe button. This is what helps to remind you who I am when you want to come back and be like, hey, I liked her. I want to see what else she has coming. This is how. Up here's a video that Mr. Google Pants thinks that you're going to enjoy. This here is my last Every Bit Counts challenge video, and then up here is my Every Bit Counts challenge playlist. Make sure you check that out for all the awesomeness since the beginning of August. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.